While personal independence payments have existed for a few years, it has only been since December that I have had direct experience of them as a claimant and therefore any real authority to have an informed opinion about them and the application process. Unlike you can find elsewhere on the internet, especially on YouTube, this is not an anti-Tory rant on how awful and inhumane they are, but a brief review of what problems exist with the assessment. I will start by confirming that I was appropriately awarded PIP as I previously had DLA. And while I had the worries any kind of assessment may bring, I found the assessment process overall satisfactory. If we examine the face-to-face assessment, I did not experience anything that could be remotely seen as inhumane, which is a frankly ridiculous and offensive conclusion to make. I can however now see how if claimants wanted to feel offended and victimized, how the assessment process does lend itself to that interpretation. This leads us to the first and biggest problem with the assessment. As soon as PIP was conceived, left-wing activists and their associated media had promised to make the new assessment as toxic as possible in the eyes of claimants and others, and they have been extremely successful in doing this. Their endless systematic lies have spread fear and distress across the nation to the point I believe it has even caused suicides. I have seen on social media intelligent adults who appear to function well in other settings describe a childlike irrational fear to PIP assessments. This is because the left has made many people believe the assessments are going to be inhumane and incorrect, often making people come to the assessment with a hostile attitude that does not help their situation as it is likely to work against them. This situation is further not helped by the fact the left teaches people who do not qualify for PIP that it is their divine right to have it, causing more conflict, frustration and disappointment. My frustration with the assessments was the lack of feedback on the day of the face-to-face assessment. People often fail to understand that the aim of the assessment is to simply capture a snapshot of the difficulties at that moment of time for someone else to make a decision behind closed doors at a later time. I would prefer if the information produced was more co-produced. So in partnership, you can agree what your difficulties are together and be provided more information on the points your difficulties may equate to. Those who follow me know in the long term I do not believe PIP is fit for purpose, as I do not agree with random passive payments where there are winners and losers. I have already designed a comprehensive replacement to PIP and other funding streams, including social care, which can be seen in my Achieve Support report. Overall, the problems with personal independence payments have been caused by left-wing ideology of destruction as opposed to anything the government has done. If you like my blog article, have a look at some of my products. Achieve Support, www.simonstevens.com. Achieve Support Having Pride, www.ballsy.me. Stevens Manifesto, www.simonstevens.com. Manifesto Understand Assistance, www.understand.tips. Understand Disability, www.simonstevens.com. Understand Disability. Understand Inclusion, www.simonstevens.com. Understand Inclusion, or visit my website at www.simonstevens.com. You can also email me at simon@simonstevens.com or follow me on Twitter at simonstevens74. For more information, please follow the link below the video.